Hi, I'm Shreya and this is Decoding Code. In this video, we will be talking about exceptions and try-catch blocks. And basically what exceptions are they're errors, but they're errors that you catch, if that makes any sense. So errors, you can basically not do anything about them, they just happen and you can try and prevent them. But exceptions are different. Exceptions you can catch, and exceptions are, they're errors you can catch. And so we'll be learning about exception handling today, right now, and then we'll also be learning about try-catch blocks. So, yay. So exceptions are used when you want to try a certain block of code and then catch any errors that might reside in that block of code. So basically, if anything goes wrong with that block of code, your whole entire program will crash and you'll just have something that can take care of it and catch that and then do whatever you want with that after that. So I'm going to make an example, and this will be something that the user puts in to the code, like input from the user. So I'll just be importing scanner. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use, first we're going to duplicate scanner because we have to do that. And so this is duplicating scanner, which means that we can get input from the user now. And so we're going to use this. And basically I'm going to do a division or multiplication or something. And then I'm going to be a dumb user, but I'm going to be a dumb user, and then I'm going to do something that will create an error, and then we're going to catch the error. Now we have two numbers that the user just inputted. And what I'm going to do is we are going to stick this into a try-catch statement. Okay, so here is a try-catch block, and basically I want to try this block of code for any errors that might happen. Oh, and let's just say num3 is num1 divided by num2. Okay, so I created another integer that's basically this num1 and num2 but divided. And so something that would create an error is that if it's divided by 0, because remember, you can't divide by 0, that would just be an error. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and catch this error. And when the user tries to divide by 0, or basically anything wrong with this block of code happens, we're going to do whatever's in this catch clause. So when something here goes wrong, then the code will go over here and be like, okay, now what do I do? I am going to put a print statement basically saying that no, you can't do that. And then I'm going to basically say, no, you can't do that. And that's going to be that. Or, dumb. I kid. Okay, so I'm basically just going to say, no, you can't do that. And that way, instead of the whole entire thing just crashing and there being an error here, I can catch it, and then I can tell my user that, hey, this is what you did wrong, you can't do that. So now there's something else that you can do here. The try statement needs either a catch or a finally. And I'm just going to show you what a finally is here. So you can do something here in this finally. And you would expect that if there's nothing wrong with the code, then you would move on to a finally. But that's not the case. No. Okay? The finally happens whether or not you've had an exception. Even if there is an exception, it still goes on to the finally statement. Either way, with or without an exception, I can be like, you just tried to divide. Oh, actually, I still need to print num3. So let's just print num3. Oh, actually, I put it in a string. Never mind. So we're printing num3. So either way, if there's an exception or not, I'm going to say you just tried to divide. And so they know that they just tried to divide. And this will work for a lot of exceptions. And if you see here, I put exception E. And that basically just means catch all exceptions. But there are other cases where you can catch other types of exceptions, like exceptions in like arrays, or I'm just gonna say now the try catch is finished. So I can be like, yay, now we're done. Okay, so there are other types of exceptions, but exception E is basically just a broad umbrella of exceptions that just catches all exceptions. But there are other types as well. So let us run this. 56 and then 8, and you can see 7. Oh, actually, let's do println. Let's try to divide something by 0 and see what happens. So I'll say 8 divided by 0. It says no, you can't do that. And in any other circumstance, if I did not have this try-catch statement, try-catch block, then it would just crash, and then you wouldn't have any of this stuff, and it wouldn't be all nice and say, no, you can't do that. It would just be like, error, excuse me, you can't do that. Exception handling is actually really important because it makes sure that you can catch any errors that might happen, and some blocks of code are more prone to errors than others are, and so you might want to put a try-catch block on those pieces of code. So you could also do something like if there's an array and then you try to access a number that's outside of the array, then it'll be like out of bounds or something like that. Actually, let's try that out because why not? You know, ¿por qué no? So I commented the whole thing out, so it's only this block now. So it's saying that number is not in the array. If I took this out, well, let's just comment it out actually. We just have this now, and if I didn't have this block, which here we go, this is what would happen. It says exception in the thread, this, and then it means basically this array, the index is out of bounds because there's no 3 here. And so basically, that's what would happen if we didn't have the block. But then I can take these out by, yay, the number is not in the array. But basically, that's just catching the error before it can crash the entire thing. In my next video, we'll actually be going over do-while loops, and that will be very fun. So make sure you stick around for that video. It uploads next week. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel to grow it, and hit the notification bell to get notifications. And comment down below any questions or feedback that you guys might have for me. And I will see you guys again next week. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!